Good, good. So how did it feel? I mean, you've been here a few years now. You know how big this season is for UCF, making the jump to the Big 12. So this is kind of the first practice as you guys are on your journey to doing that. How did that feel?
Today felt real good, especially for the defense. Going out there, just competing, flying around, doing what we do best. To me, going into the Big 12 it's an exciting experience, and I think like this year we just have to make our mark and show people that we can compete in that league.
What do you feel like you and your teammates accomplished during the winter workouts with Coach Dawson?
Just like having more camaraderie with each other. I say like with the offense, being with them during the runs, it's like we competed with each other, but at the same time we uplifted each other as a team. So we built that camaraderie with each other, and then defense being together in the weight room. I feel like we just developed chemistry. And being on the defense, you have to be able to communicate and do what we do best as a defense and flying around and run and get into the football.
Josh, at this point, we're going to be talking a lot about pouring foundation. The first actual snaps, obviously, are months away still when you get into live fire. But from your perspective as a guy there in the salt mine on the defensive front, what is it that you expect to see that's most different on the field?
Most different on the field, I say more applying the coaching that we've been receiving. So going out there and just being on everything that we have to do. Like let's say a certain guy has a certain assignment, they taking care of the assignment. Like sometimes last year we had a couple of mistakes, but at the same time we just have to progress and do better as a defense.
As you look back on 2022, what did you draw from it? What motivates you going into this camp now from this past season?
What motivates me this year is just getting better as an individual player. Last year and the years before, it's like, okay, I've progressed from my freshman year to my sophomore year to my junior year. It's just like, let me just go ahead and be great this year and do what I have to do so I can go out to the league, hopefully.
What's Addison Williams' message been to you guys as defenders since taking over the job as defensive coordinator, and what sort of tweaks do you think that this defense will have?
He said the things that he says now is the standard and it's not changing. So with us, it's just what he tells us is like having effort to the football, being physical, doing what defense is supposed to do. He said the standard is not going to change. So that's just his main point of emphasis with us.
Now that you're another year older, I mean, you've been a leader, you've been a captain. I mean, do you feel even much more so? Is this kind of like your defense? Is that kind of how you feel?
I have to have it like that. I feel like as a team captain, that's the way I have to see it. It's my defense. I have to be able to talk to guys, communicate with them, and just like I say, not command them, but like try to lead them to where they need to be and moving forward.
A bunch of new players, transfers, and early enrollees. What have you seen from John Walker on the defensive line?
John Walker, I feel like he's been a big defensive specimen. He's a big guy, big interior dude. I feel like he has great hands, great strength in the weight room. As a D tackle, that's what we need. So I believe that he's doing phenomenal job as being a freshman coming in and doing what he has to do so he can play. So I just feel like he's going to have a great year with Coach Martin, especially him coaching him.
Going back to the change to the defensive coordinator, is it a continuation of what you were doing, or does it feel completely different with a new guy?
I feel like it's completely different. Coach Addison, I just feel like Coach Addison, he brings a whole different type of energy. So I just feel like he's his own individual person. So I just feel like he's doing great things, especially and coming into Coach T. Will's world. I feel like he's going to do a great job with this defense, and it's his defense. So now he's going to have a chance to do what he has to do.
Addison kind of has a different energy. Can you kind of expand on what that means? Like, how is he different? How do the players respond to that?
I just feel like he's more direct as a person. Like, he asks of you. He doesn't just beat around the bush. He comes to you, he'd be like, I need this from you, and I need you to be great. So a lot of guys, I feel like they accept that challenge, and they just do what they have to do so they can be great.
What does it mean to you to be one of the leaders leading into the Big 12?
Me being a leader going into the Big 12, I feel like it's a bigger expectation of me. So I don't want to put too much pressure on myself, but it's like I have to be on my P's and Q's. So we can do good as a defense. We can do good as a team together. So I just feel like we just have to keep working.
Josh, what do you want to accomplish this first year in the Big 12? I know there's a long way to go. You got to get through spring, summer, and
Yeah.
preseason, but you're not showing up for a participation trophy, I take it. What do you guys want to do in your first year?
In our first year, I say we definitely try to win the league, get to a championship, a Big 12 championship. That's the main thing as a team. Working hard this season, trying to come together more as a team, building more chemistry. So in this Big 12, I feel like going into the Big 12, we just have to work hard and do what we have to do.
After the season ended, you tweeted that you were planning to stay amid, a number of exits from this program. Why was it so important for you to stick around and continue your process here?
I feel like it was so important to me, especially being like the only leader that stayed, I believe. With you got Sam going out to the league, you got Bowser going out to the league, you got O'Keefe leaving, Jeremiah leaving. It's just like with me, I'm here, so I have to be the guy to step up and try to like get the guys together and saying like, okay, we lost these people, but at the same time we got people that can fill those seats. And I feel like we got great leaders on this team now that haven't been named, but eventually they're gonna get to that point.
What do you think when that Big 12 schedule finally came out? I mean, you probably knew kind of who you were playing, but when you see the names and dates, you start off the conference play at Kansas State. They're, on the Big 12. You got a road trip to Kansas, a lot of good opponents in there. What was your reaction to that?
My reaction to that is I feel like we're playing bigger opponents. Even though it's like a bigger opponent, it's just the name of the opponent. I feel like a lot of people say, oh, it's a bigger level of football, a higher level of football. But I believe if that man believes the same as you, they can be beat any day. So with me, it's just, we have a bigger schedule with guys, a big, I say name-wise as the teams. I just feel like we just have to go into the Big 12, make our presence known, and just let everybody know that we're coming to play and compete in the league. We're not coming to just roll over. So, thank you.